Napoleon Bonaparte, a powerful figure in history, left a big mark with his ambition and military skills that changed Europe and the world. Amidst all the tales about him, one unusual and surprising story stands out: Napoleon's unexpected encounter with some bunnies. Despite being a conqueror and fearless military leader, facing an army of fluffy rabbits proved to be a challenge for the mighty emperor. It may sound really weird, but this story has been told by historians, chroniclers, and even Napoleon's own generals. How did the powerful emperor of France, someone who dealt with armies and planned to conquer entire nations, find himself being attacked by a bunch of rabbits? In July 1807, Napoleon Bonaparte finished signing the treaties of Tilsit, putting an end on the ongoing conflict between France and Russia. This was a significant achievement in his career. After this success, Napoleon felt like it was time to celebrate. Celebrations like this were usual at the imperial court, where grand events entertained the elite. There were parades and court functions, keeping things lively. For this celebration, Napoleon asked his chief of staff, Alexander Berthier, to arrange a cheerful lunch and a rabbit hunt. This wasn't out of the ordinary, since Napoleon liked hunting and shooting for fun. The hunt was all set up with beaters, gun bearers, and lots of bunnies, especially imported for the occasion. What started as a regular hunt turned into chaos and became one of the weirdest events ever in history. As Napoleon and his men started the hunt, the rabbits were let out of their cages. But there was a small, almost unnoticed mistake made by Berthier: the bunnies were tamed ones, not wild. Rather than fleeing from Napoleon and the hunters, the hungry rabbits, eager for food, actually charged at the group. Initially, it looked funny, as the bunnies nibbled at their heels, thinking they'd get a meal. Napoleon and his men found it amusing, but the situation changed as more and more rabbits approached. With a swarm of rabbits heading towards Napoleon, the laughter turned into worry. Napoleon tried to shoo the rabbits with his riding crop, and his men used sticks to chase them away. Even the coachmen cracked their bullwhips to scare the bunnies. But none of it worked. After a bit, it looked like they had managed to fend off some rabbits and could continue the hunt. However, the rabbits weren't done yet. The bunch of rabbits, set free from their cages, kept multiplying. There were hundreds, maybe even thousands of them. Surprisingly, it looked like Napoleon was their main focus. Although they seemed harmless, their sheer numbers overwhelmed the Emperor of France. The bunnies nibbled at Napoleon's feet and legs, hopping onto his arms and shoulders. In the sea of rabbits, they probably almost brought him down. Napoleon and his men had to run, heading towards their carriages, but the rabbits kept following them. The bunnies split into two groups and circled around the sides of the group, aiming for the imperial coach. There were so many rabbits, and they were so bold that some even jumped into the carriage. This forced Napoleon to make a quick escape. It turned out that even one of the greatest conquerors in history can be bested by small, fluffy, carrot-loving creatures. So, why did the hungry rabbits attack Napoleon? It seems the rabbits, bought from nearby farmers, mistook the emperor for their usual caretaker, who brought them lettuce every day. As soon as the hungry rabbits were set free, having missed their mealtime, they quickly raced towards Napoleon. This incident became a source of laughter for many of Napoleon's peers. Berthier, the one who got the rabbits, couldn't live down the embarrassment. So, by the end of the day, Napoleon faced his biggest defeat before Waterloo. The rabbits came out as the winners.